Just wait till this comes up here.
So it's F1 and F5 still?
Yeah.
Okay.
It actually should be transmitting at this time. And you are live. Whee! All right. Hey, there we are. Good. All right. Hey, everyone. This is Rick.
And I'm Shane.
With Techspin here. And another episode of Techspin Live. So, yeah, we missed last weekend because we were super busy. And probably, I don't know if I'll get to another show on this coming Sunday because it's going to be super busy. I have an event coming on and I have 3 sponsored reviews that I have to get to. So it's kind of insane. But, yeah. So, where's us? There we are. That's us. So please feel free to follow us on Twitter. That'd be great. Yeah, down there. Yeah. Okay, so into our top news stories.
Okay, starting off, we have the Expanse TV series. This is brought to us by TheVerge.com. Amazon saves the Expanse TV series a week after it got canceled by Sci-Fi.
Yeah, it was really crazy because Sci-Fi actually, if you haven't checked out this show, it's a really, really great show. Like a very Blade Runner-ish kind of thing in space with like lots of guns and ships and other stuff. It's really amazing, and the cast they picked for it is excellent.
And you know like a lot of like political intrigue, and it's a really good show.
Yeah,
it's really well done.
Yeah,
and probably one of the top sci-fi series currently running, and from the details it seems like Sci-Fi had canceled it just because the production budget was too high, and they just didn't want to shell out the cash. But it's not that the show wasn't doing well, it was just they wanted to fill that slot with like something maybe with a smaller budget. I don't know. Yeah,
that's true. And there's the article there, and basically so they actually said that the ratings had gone down. It was like 600,000 people tuned in for the very first show, and it had kind of been declining a little bit, but still there was like 300,000 people would be watching every show at least.
Yeah.
And so there's a huge fan rally, including a Kickstarter to raise money to fly a banner over Amazon headquarters. And not only that, but thanks to the tweets from George R.R. Martin, of course, Game of Thrones, and he's like, it's a sad day for television. This is one of the best sci-fi series currently on TV. And also support from Patton Oswalt, which is awesome. Thanks, Patton.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Both of
you. But evidently the banner over Amazon headquarters may have worked with CEO Jeff Bezos noticing it and being a fan of the show. And he actually talked to his departments to see if they could close a deal. And they finalized it actually on Saturday, May 26th. So that's great. It's a great show. Definitely, if you have a little bit of time, go check it out because you won't be disappointed.
Well, I mean, a 1-week turnaround for a property transfer is really fast.
That's incredible. Really, really amazing. Next up, we have something playing in the background here. We have Kingdom Hearts 3. Kingdom Hearts 3 is not released yet, but they have some new footage online, and IGN did a hands-on preview, which we're kind of seeing a little bit of now. And lots of friends of ours are fans of Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, really good RPG, Disney style, plus lots of different properties all blended together.
Now, it seems the main theme behind this one tends to revolve a lot around Toy Story.
Yeah, we've got Toy Story in there, as well as Wreck-It Ralph makes an appearance.
Okay, nice.
I saw some Fix It Felix Jr. Signage there. The only thing that we have to go off right now is the planned 2018 window, so we don't know exactly if it's going to be by the end of the year or it could be fiscal year, so until like March 2019, we don't know.
Now, I haven't watched this whole preview video, but what I did see out of it, they were talking about how the scenes transition really, really well. So like when they're running around in Andy's room, you can actually go out the window and then skydive down to the street.
Oh, wow.
And it's all one continuous, like there's no load to change the environment, so it's very smooth transition.
I've heard they've also done some things with the gameplay where you can switch in and switch out characters or something like that too, so it's pretty good. Looking forward to this game.
A little bit sadder news. This from...
Well, I saw the news reported on Twitter as well, but I actually first saw this article on TweetTown.
Okay. So For those of you who like Total Biscuit, there we go.
Yeah.
Has unfortunately passed away on May 24th.
Yeah, that's some pretty sad news.
The upside to this news, because many of his fans knew this was coming, he was very, very upfront about his illness, is that he has arranged for his wife Jenna to take over the channel and the podcast and to keep going.
Yeah. It's really sad too, because I mean, I wasn't a total a fan of his per se, but I did catch several of his episodes, and what he did for gaming, especially taking on large companies and pursuing the right of free speech, and also a proper discussion of the properties. If the property is bad, then you should be able to say, this is why I didn't like it, and this is the control or something else like that. And yeah, he was notable. I think he took on Nintendo's Breath of the Wild, and he pointed out several flaws in the game, and he was a champion for the consumer, which I really appreciated. And his delivery was very interesting and very, it's very British, but at the same time,
Well, and I mean, the thing is we say in all our videos that we do what we can to bring you honest reviews of all of the tech and the movies that we're looking at.
Yeah.
So it's very important to be able to give an honest criticism concerning any product that people would buy.
Yeah.
Without fear of repercussion.
Yeah, because you don't know, like, if it's reported by a news agency, you don't know if it's been a sponsored ad or something. The transparency and also the genuine feeling that went into it. So I'm very sad to bring you this news, and I wish him and his family all the best. My condolences. Yeah. On to some different news now. We have Amazon. This article is from techspot.com, and Amazon has planned 1984-style facial recognition tech for U.S. cities. It said that Amazon is teaming up with police departments in a few U.S. states to roll out their own facial recognition tech. They have a huge $10 billion deal with the Pentagon. So, I mean, the news of this facial recognition technology shouldn't surprise you. But at the same time, I mean, in comparison in Taiwan, you have to look at the difference between a place that's covered by cameras and not. Because people as individuals generally are good, but there's always that element,
Well, and I mean, that's the thing is, like, I think there's a good majority of people who, for the most part, try to live an honest life, but every now and again, a situation presents itself, kind of gives you that moral quandary, and you're like, meh.
And there's some people who really don't care about laws and are willing to break it. Whereas in Taiwan, and Taiwan is covered by cameras, like literally covered by cameras.
And the police have easy access. A friend of mine lost his backpack. He left it, just right outside the door. Went into a store to buy a coffee. Came out. He was in there for 2 minutes, and his backpack was gone. And he called the police. The police came by. They checked a whole bunch of video cameras in the neighborhood, tracked where the guy went, and actually managed to recover the backpack.
Yeah. So it does kind of suck in the fact that you're being watched, but at the same time, the protection it gives you, and the fact that in Taiwan we have very little crime.
Yeah.
Very little crime. We do have attacks and people going crazy with fights and
most of it is people losing their temper and just not thinking in the moment,
which happens a lot in hot countries, believe it or not. I wonder why.
Couldn't tell you.
Okay. On to our next article here.
All right.
You got it. No worries.
There we go. Okay, so this is again from TechSpot. What do we got here? IBM bans the use of removable storage by employees. Now, Rick and I have both, worked in the IT industry. And, really, in all honesty, this isn't something new, except for the fact that in this case, IBM's enforcement on this policy was more towards high security areas, and lower security areas they didn't care so much.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is standard PCI compliance policy. You know, it totally makes sense, but this is just to kind of reduce the amount of like introduction of malware, accidental loss or theft.
Yeah, and theft of data as well.
And so basically IBM is internationally through, you know, all of their branches, you know, enforcing the idea that no removable storage on any work computers. If you need something to transfer from work to home, then, you know, you basically use...
Have to go through the proper channels, you know, the proper requests.
Yeah, or you use, you know, sync software in order to, like, you know, sync your home computer to your... And then that way they can control the security.
Next article we have Apple, and this is really hilarious. You know, good job Apple again. Oh, geez. Apple's blocking Valve's Steam Link app over business conflicts. They say, basically, Steam had already worked very hard to get an app onto the Apple Store, and it was on there, but then immediately was removed by Apple, and they said. Basically, Valve has appealed this, explaining the Steam Link app simply functions as a LAN-based remote desktop, similar to numerous other remote desktop applications already available on the App Store. Ultimately, that appeal was denied, leaving the Steam Link app for iOS blocked from release because Apple wants to control something. Yeah.
See this? This is my surprised face. You see this face?
Yeah.
Surprise.
Well, Steam's a huge money grab. We can't have this kind of competition. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, did we put that?
No,
we
didn't.
that up there. Okay,
no.
So there it is.
But yeah, okay. So again, this is Tweaktown.
Yeah, this is from Tweaktown.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah. So.
It goes and talks about, like, you know, some of the other apps that seem to, like, you know, make the App Store, and, you know, some of them are even, you know, very similar or the same in the way that they're set up.
Yeah.
So all the things that Apple's talking about.
Yeah.
You know, it's just excuses.
Yeah. And if you think about it, Steam is bringing... Why is Steam bothering to bring this to Apple to begin with? Well, it's because they want to have Apple gamers.
Yeah.
You know, why can't Apple gamers also enjoy a lot of AAA Steam titles? Because Apple says you can't. I leave the decision to you. You put your comments down below, and let's talk about this, all right?
Yeah, there we go.
Next article we have up is U.S. is launching a criminal probe into Bitcoin price manipulation, and this comes to us from Bloomberg.
Bloomberg, yeah. Okay, so effectively, there have been people doing various manipulations, such as creating false demand and, buying their own cryptocurrency from themselves in order to make it look like something's like really, really hot.
Yeah.
And then when it changes in the direction that they want it to, then suddenly they're selling, and so they're effectively manipulating the market. And all of these practices, we've actually talked about this on a previous episode, but all of these practices are effectively the same sort of practices that they have worked for years to get out of things like, currency trading. And
well, I mean, these practices are illegal for stocks, because you're not allowed to inflate your stock and then dump your stock and then, basically bet against yourself. It's totally illegal for the stock market. And this is currently, I guess, unregulated and or unpoliced for cryptocurrency. But basically they're focusing on illegal practices such as spoofing or flooding the market with fake orders to trick traders into buying or selling. So wow. I hope they can, even if we go back to that graph that we had there, you can see the Bitcoin flew up and then it dropped down. So, people will make money on the rise and fall if they sell, if they, you can bet against the decline if possible. So maybe they'll make some money on the fall and then rise again. Oh,
well, I also read that article because I actually have a few friends who actually work in the cryptocurrency industry. Yeah. And so I just occasionally like to grab tidbits. Yeah. But yeah, I read this article, and apparently China has outright banned cryptocurrency trading And then it's now being heavily regulated by Japan and the Philippines.
Yeah.
So the U.S. isn't even the first to jump on this.
Yeah, and they should have been, kind of on this a little sooner, but that's okay. Next one up, we have a Ripple enthusiast. Ripple is, I believe, another type of cryptocurrency.
Yes.
And so he had 1 billion in XRP, which is another kind of crypto, and he dies unexpectedly. They say unexpectedly, but we'll get into that. Yeah. This is from time.com, and it said at the peak of XRP, the currency, it was who is it? Matthew Mellon.
Yeah,
he had a bag. Sorry, he had over $1 billion, and his family cannot find the password to access the funds. Mellon was spending $7 million a month. $7 million US a month. Oh my God! Before found dead in his Mexico hotel room on April 16th. Evidently, he was checked into Mexico for a drug rehabilitation facility. Wait, you're going to go to Mexico for that? Really? Really?
Well,
Mexico?
I mean, you'd think, at least if you're a billionaire, that would probably be not so necessary. Like for some people, getting drug treatment in the U.S. is not covered by a lot of their Medicare, and is sometimes too expensive to get like good treatment.
That is true.
Like it costs you like tens of thousands of dollars. But if you're a
Yeah.
billionaire, why are you going down to Mexico for drug rehab treatment?
Into the heartland of
you ask any of these really big famous Hollywood people who've gone through it.
Yeah.
Like where did you go for the best treatment?
Okay, next up.
Oh yeah. Still in the theme of cryptocurrency. HTC is currently working on a blockchain phone.
That's right. Security, basically a blockchain phone. The advantages of it would be security and cryptocurrency support, like in the phone. So, if HTC is developing this phone, it's called the Exodus. And if you go to their page, it says their vision is to expand the blockchain ecosystem by creating the world's first dedicated to decentralized applications and security. And with the release of this phone, they can now make this a reality.
Well, and also on top of that, some cryptocurrencies will actually be traded from the phone's wallet.
Yeah, the phone
features.
has a built-in wallet too,
which is not entirely a new technology. I mean, it's been going on in Europe for decades. I remember, back when I was working in an electronics store, back even with the old Blackberries, like the old black and white, wide blue.
Yeah.
Blackberries.
Just the problem is the support for that kind of device is very limited.
Yeah.
Because it didn't have widespread.
Yeah, but in Europe they combined that wallet with Bluetooth. In the very first Bluetooth, you could walk up to certain vending machines and just kind of scan your phone and get a pop, whatever.
Yeah. I know the current cryptocurrency wallets are actually like USB sticks, and they're not cheap either. They're like around $100 a pop, depending on what you get. If you have a screen and advanced features. And
so this is brought to us by TechCrunch.com.
Thank you. Yeah, that's right. All right, quickly, we've been doing the Play Asia links at the end, and I thought just to let you know there's a summer sale going on, so I'll just quickly fly through these. Please, if you do decide to grab any of these, our affiliate link is in the down below in the description. Please feel free to use those links that will help support the channel, and it would be very much appreciated. So let's start off. First thing we have is Monster Hunter World is US. There's actually a couple... Sorry, yeah, for this one, it's actually on sale, so it's the US version, $63 or $64, going down to $50. So save yourself $13 if you haven't checked out this great game for Xbox One. And another Xbox One title we have is Metal Gear Solid V, The Phantom Pain. Is usually on for $35, so you save $5. That's gone down to $30. So there you go. Next one, we got Bayonetta 2s for Switch, and this one is usually on for $60, is down to $47, so save $13. And the other game for Switch is Super Mario Odyssey. This is an Asia version. The US version, different regions have different pricing. So this one's on for $40. Whoops. There we go. Bayonet is here. Sorry, my bad. And Switch, this one's usually on for $60. You save $15, so it's down to $45. So there you go. And what was I gonna say next? PS4. PS4, we have a Gran Turismo Sport Limited Edition plus VR, and this one is usually on for $80, and it's down to $60. And the VR, the limited edition, has extra features, extra cars and stuff, and like a helmet thing and other things. Go check it out on PlayAsia.com. Asia users or Asia region users can actually get this $56 game, because the normal cost of this game is $56. You can actually get it for $14 for the Asia version. So I'm not too sure if that'll work for you or not, but something to check out. And next one we have up is Devil May Cry. This is on for $27. Is usually it's like $3 off. So there you go. So Devil May Cry is a great series. Go check it out if you like. Akiba's Beat is this is the US version. Usually it's a RPG real life setting with a fantastical spin, like some satire and stuff. Usually $50, on for $27. So there you go. Again, affiliate links down below. Please help us out. That would be greatly appreciated.
Okay, let's see.
And you're gonna have to fly through all those. Yeah. Here we go. Okay.
Okay, so more from tweaktown.com. We have NVIDIA just released a new set of game-ready drivers with the GeForce 397.93 WHQL drivers, delivering optimizations for State of Decay 2 and the Crew 2 beta and more.
Yeah, that's right. So if you have an NVIDIA card, if you need an update, there you go. Next one. As I said, we're going through these today. Next one we got up, Tencent, which is a large studio in China. Tencent buys the majority stake in Path of Exile Studio. This is brought to us by NewZealandHerald.com, nzherald.co.nz. Yeah, I've actually played a ton of Path of Exile like a year ago, year and a half ago. It's a great game. It's made by Grinding Gear Games. Try saying that 10 times fast. They announced that Tencent had invested, so it has resources to make Path of Exile as good as it can be. And also they said that Tencent won't be applying any pressure or specific direction to the game. They're just providing resources so Grinding Gear can make Path of Exile even better. Because it's a huge game right now, even now. I started the game late. It was already a year into its release, and it was still really awesome. Tencent bought 80% of their shares. So it's another major acquisition for the Chinese publisher, Tencent.
Okay, is that part of the...
Yep, that's right. This is, this is 14 on here.
Yeah. Okay, so Epic is working on more major updates for Fortnite. This is brought to us by tweaktown.com.
It says that they made changes to the controller layouts, quality of life improvements, basically like a better gaming experience, more limited time modes, and a new playground mode that will let player respawn on the way. Starting with Playground, which is a new limited time mode that will load you into the Battle Royale map with more time to explore. So I know a lot of the Battle Royale that just kind of drop you in there and then, okay, go. And it's like, well, what if you want to check out this house? But the time's running out, so, at least you'll get a little bit more time. Challenge progress notifications, so like a little kind of pop-up as you complete the challenges, which is nice. In-world markers, a victory royale screen. If you do a really good job and you get a victory royale, which is kind of rare, they've actually done like a better screen for you, and you're like, yeah, I got this, instead of just like a normal victory screen. High-res minimap, and better footstep and vertical audio for those of you who use surround headphones. You'll actually be able to better hear if you can, someone's coming behind you or where they are vertically. You should be able to hear it better. Next one. Samsung is poised to deliver a 49-inch panel at 5,120 by 1440 and at 120 hertz, which is really amazing. This is courtesy of techreport.com, and it says, oh, thank you. We got a comment in here from Irene. Nice background. Yeah. we changed the background for here, and yeah, so hopefully it's a little bit brighter. I was trying to go for something darker before. I thought, a good change in set, but it just ended up being way too dark for us. Yeah. So there you go. But let us know what you think. Hopefully, it looks better and it's a little bit lighter, because it looked like we were in like the Bat Cave or something before.
Not that we were actually in the Bat Cave.
Don't give away the secret location. So the Samsung screen they're going to be producing more screens. They're going to produce the normal 1920 by 1080 screens, but also some custom end screens with 18.5 by 9 and 32 by 9 aspect ratio, so very wide. The site says 34-inch, 43 and a half, and 49-inch screens will be typical sizes for these wider panels. And the most interesting rumor is about the 49-inch curved 32 by 9 VA panel, and with a huge resolution. So most of these stats are similar to the existing 49-inch double wide CHG90, but the resolution of this display will get a 77% bump. So that's a very large increase in screen real estate and resolution. So there you go.
Nice. All right, next up from Tweaktown, a little bit of Borderlands 3 news.
Borderlands 3! I'm psyched! When is it coming out?
Well, apparently it might be delayed.
Oh.
It's like the next fiscal year, so...
I was so excited. I saw this news like, Borderlands 3! What's the really... Oh, no.
Yeah, so... yeah, let's go back to it. It looks like we're potentially waiting until 2020 to see this game.
A fiscal 2020 year. They basically said this article from Tweaktown gives them a good nudge in the ribs. Is like, hey, well, they're using the typical line where we want to wait before we release a game to make sure it's a good gaming experience. But at the same time, I would rather wait for that game. Yeah, I would rather wait for that game. So Tweaktown, I don't know what you're saying, man. Come on. Borderlands 2 is an epic game, and I love. Yeah,
I would rather it take more time and have them get it right.
Yeah. Well, you see what I did to Andromeda, EA's game, Andromeda, Mass Effect Andromeda. It wasn't polished at all, and people heckled the game. They said, "Oh, come on, this game with the facial facial animations and stuff." So yeah, if they're gonna take a little more time to get it right, good on you. That's what I say.
I don't know what you mean about facial animations.
it was so creepy. You'd see them you just search for Andromeda like funny faces or whatever on YouTube. You just see oh my god.
It's like watching Thunderbirds or Team America.
Yeah, from a AAA title supposedly, right? And so I mean, EA continued to work on the game to make it better after that point, but yeah, I mean the damage was kind of already done. So a little extra time, all worth it. Next up, we got Metro Exodus is delayed. Won't see the light of day until Q1 of 2019. Basically, Metro Exodus is a story-driven first-person shooter from 4A Games, blending deadly combat and stealth and survival horror. So I'll probably miss this one, but it's in the one of the most immersive game worlds ever created. And Deep Silver announced that we want everyone to experience the most ambitious Metro game to date at its absolute best, and therefore they've moved the release date. So there you go. I actually saw a lot of Metro. It looks cool, but I'm one of those gamers, like, I can't play that kind of game, especially if you have a dark room or like a good surround setup because you hear something behind you, like, I'm not a Resident Evil fan either. I'm sorry, I have to say, but I know lots of people are, and that game has pioneered some of the action and how you do stealth combat or item management or item creation.
Well, especially item management was definitely
you got to make herbs quickly. Make that herb,
Yeah. It's like, look, you found a stick. Oh, look, you found a nail. Put a nail in the stick. It just up the level of that weapon.
There you go.
Okay, that brings us to... Oh, that was from Polygon?
Yes, that was from Polygon.
Okay.
That's right. Sorry, DSO Gaming. My bad. DSOgaming.com. Thank you for catching that. Yeah. Next one is from Polygon.
Oh, next one is from Polygon. Sorry, I just set up the next screen. That's what I was looking at.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So, looks like No Man's Sky's big multiplayer update launches in July.
Good. And apart from going back and saying, well, this is what was promised on day one, blah, blah, okay, that's fine. But actually, this looks to be really cool because if you're in the No Man's Sky universe, you can already play the game for hours and hours just discovering stuff and building shit, building your ship. Careful. Building your ship and upgrading your weapons and stuff. But the problem is, like, when that's all done, you kind of run out of a lot of stuff to do. You can still explore a lot and travel to different, but multiplayer. That's going to be awesome. That's going to be really great. Sean Murray announced that both the Xbox One version and the Next update, that's the name of it, is Next, would launch July 24th. So, yeah, got another month and a half to wait at least. Almost 2 months. And is bringing full-fledged multiplayer with it. So you'll be able to group up with your friends to survive, build, and they already have like base building stuff, which is really awesome.
Yeah.
I played around with that a little bit. I bought the game on day one. And actually, I did try some of the base building. It's pretty cool and unique. And you'll be able to race as well, like ships racing. I'm looking forward to that. The next one we got is Detroit Become Human. So now we're into our PlayStation stuff. We'll probably need to develop a graphic for that later on. This is the news I saw in Tweaktown. This pic is from GameSpot.com. Basically, PS4 users who will want to have 42.5 gigs of free hard drive space to install and run Detroit Become Human, which is already shaping up to be a really awesome game. It just released, I think, a week ago. But you can start playing once 11.7 gigs is downloaded. So there you go.
Yes, okay. Okay, from GameTyrant.com.
This one, there's no title for this one. Great.
Oh,
the Resident Evil 2 Remake is rumored to run RE7 engine, Resident Evil 7 engine. Have a look. I'm getting the next one already. Did you take it? No, I mean like...
Oh.
Yeah, take it. According to the website Rely on Horror...
Where I don't see where the...
You gotta go to 20.
Oh, I scrolled faster, that's why.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Let's see. According to the website Rely on Horror Source... RE2 Remake is running on a modified version of RE engine, which is used to make Resident Evil 7.
Yeah, so they're going to be using the same engine that was used to make Resident Evil 7. And the goal was to get the game running.
Yeah. The goal is to get the game running at 1080p and 30 frames per second on the standard PS4 and native 4K 60 frames per second on the PS4 Pro.
Yeah. So there you go. Looks pretty good. I can't imagine Resident Evil 4 in 4K 60 frames a second. That would be really awesome.
Yeah, the only thing that would make that worse if that was her VR mask strapped to your face, eh?
Yeah, for sure. Next PlayStation we have up is from GameTyrant.com. And this one is that last one was from GameTyrant.com. Where's this one? Oh, that's coming up next. Sorry, we're not there yet. New PS4 games releasing in June 2018. I'm having some voice problems today. Vampire. We got Blaze Blue Cross-Tag Battle. Finally, that game's
Rainbow
been
Skies
up for a bit. Tempest 4000. It was actually up on the store for about 5 minutes about a month ago before being pulled. Maybe there were some development things that needed to go on still. Okay. Super Bomberman R looks
and New Gundam Breaker.
Yeah. All right, you want to take this one? I gotta get some water. Hold on.
Okay.
You want to take this one?
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Okay, so let's pop that back up. Okay, this is from DualShockers.com. Rocket League salty content update.
salty update.
Yeah, it's a salty update.
Salty Shores.
Salty Shores, thank you. There you
Thank
go.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Sorry, I ran out of water there.
Okay, so new arena that is located on a beachfront, new items, brand new battle car, and also a teaser to a new in-game event called the Beach Blast. This is expected May 29th. Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Well, that's
the day
in
for
the
us.
Asia Pacific region.
Yeah.
So, a few hours for you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that'll be coming to the Nintendo Switch, PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One.
Yeah. And speaking of Nintendo Switch, they are now starting to offer a cut-down Switch bundle. And this is from Nintendo Japan. It looks like this. This is called a second unit set. And basically, it's if you already have a Nintendo Switch in your home and you don't need like the dock or the joypad grip that goes in the middle, then you can buy this set and it's cheaper than the normal one. So this one costs $230 US. It includes the Nintendo Switch system, 2 Joy-Con controllers, 2 straps, but does not include the dock, HDMI cable, or Joy-Con grip. Why do they always take out the HDMI cable? Annoying. It's 2018. We need HDMI cables, and we need more than one. Come on. Anyway. Yeah, strangely enough, the set does not include the AC adapter cable. I can understand if you charge it on the dock, but if you already have a Switch, you're going to need an AC adapter for the other one. However, it does use USB-C, and by and large, you can buy USB-C chargers fairly cheaply, or you may have one lying around, and you have to see how well it does, because there's, I think there's 4 levels of USB-C charger, from like bad to like okay and good and great. And, you know, some are trickle charges and some are like you can charge and game at the same time. Yeah. So the original does cost $300 though, so there you go. You could save 70. But if even now, if we buy a Switch, you know, you still have to buy the dock and everything. So yeah.
Okay, let's take a look. More Nintendo news.
Yeah.
Okay, so mynintendonews.com says that Bayonetta 3 is progressing steadily, says Platinum Games. Is there a release on that? No. Okay, Platinum Games is working steadily on Bayonetta 3 for Nintendo Switch. Series creator
Hideki Kamiya and producer Atsushi Inaba. Yeah, they just basically they had an interview and they said they're progressing steadily, but that's all the information they're going to give us.
No real news or confirmation, but they're working on it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, right. Okay, change that over quick. Ta-da. We have some cool, very cool news. There we go. This is from the news we got from Tweaktown. And this is YouTube here. This is regarding Halo. Halo has a new arcade cabinet. There's an arcade cabinet for Halo. It's called Halo Fireteam Raven, announced. And it's a 130-inch 4K arcade cabinet.
Wow.
Yeah. This game was announced during the Inside Xbox presentation on Thursday night. And it's a team-up between Raw Thrills, which is one of the last arcade game producers in the U.S., and Play Mechanics, who are both in collaboration with 343 Industries, I believe, the developer for Halo. The game has taken years to develop, according to the Raw Thrills boss and arcade design legend, Eugene Jarvis. As for the cabinet itself, it rocks a huge 130-inch ultra-wide 4K monitor and 4 seated turret controllers, so you get to sit at a turret and, I guess. You can play Fireteam Raven with 4 people in total as you fight alongside Master Chief during events of Halo Combat Evolved. So it looks pretty awesome.
Okay, so that brings us up to entertainment news. What?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Cool. So
there we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so Solo has the best box office weekend, but Disney expected 50 million more. This is brought to us by Polygon.com. Okay, so industry watchers are estimating 83.3 million for Solo to make a Memorial Day top domestic earner. Disney has expected 130 to 150 million for the 4-day period. Although, long weekends are kind of tricky like that.
Yeah, it is. It's rough.
Okay,
it looks like the movie's going to struggle to break 100 million, they said. It's if you haven't seen Solo yet, and we did a 40X review on it, which I'll throw up the link.
Check that out.
Yeah, it's an amazing experience. It's an awesome movie. It's a great movie.
Yeah. Now, our review is a non-spoiler review, and we cover the movie, like our thoughts on the movie, but also as to whether or not it was a good 40X experience.
Yeah.
So I think it got like top endorsements from both of us, but check it out for details.
Yeah. Yeah, it's sad too because as we mentioned in the review, they didn't get a lot of advertising here, but it's an awesome movie. So, yeah. I mean, I don't care too much about putting money into Disney's pocket, but the fact that this is a great movie to see.
Well, it's a great movie to see in the theater. Like, this is not one of those ones where you want to wait for DVD or...
Yeah, don't watch it on your laptop or...
Yeah.
like that. But Rogue One, A Star Wars Story, opened with 155 million, and the last two, Force Awakens and Last Jedi, both did more than 220. So it's a little on the low side for...
Yeah, but then the other thing, too, is that, you have Infinity War, Deadpool, and Solo all coming out.
Yeah, we were saying that even before this article showed up on, where is it?
Polygon.com.
Okay, there we go. All right, on to the next one. We got YouTube signs Iron Man to narrate its docu-series on AI. So this is from Engadget.com. Robert Downey Jr. and his wife Susan will both be executive producers on the show, untitled as of so far, which will feature experts from across the sciences to explore the history of artificial intelligence and how it's transforming our world. It's an 8-episode show, and it's going to be airing on YouTube Red in 2019, according to Variety.
I think that will probably be worth checking out.
Yeah, that should be pretty good.
Okay.
I actually just caught the last one with, what was it, Will Smith.
Oh, yeah.
Our Strange Rock.
This Strange Rock,
Strange Rock. Yeah, it was really good. I was surprised. It was like, Will Smith is doing, wow, that's cool. Yeah.
Well, I haven't seen it yet, but I did see him when he was doing press for it. And he was talking about some of the stuff going on, and, one of which is, about this microorganism that lives on Earth, and it's the only living organism that doesn't require oxygen.
Oh, right. Is it the sulfur vent
things
in the bottom of it? Oh, that's really awesome, yeah. Life develops wherever it can, right? So there you go. And our last article for today.
TV news. For all of you Lord of the Rings fans, the TV show could feature a young Aragorn. Have you heard much news concerning this?
It's supposed to be a Netflix thing, as far as I know. Is it Netflix or
Amazon?
Oh, okay, Amazon. Right.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, generally speaking, all the other providers like Amazon, Hulu, and stuff, if they don't sign deals with Netflix for outside of the U.S., there's no outside U.S. content for this. So maybe this Lord of the Rings show will actually come to us on Netflix. It's possible because they have an agreement for international territories. But this looks really good. From GameSpot, it says, and they had breaking news. They actually just confirmed that they're doing a first season centered on a young Aragorn. So I don't know, maybe. I mean, I can see that, and also I do have to admit that Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor, the PC game that we checked out, was really awesome. It kind of follows along the same kind of thing. I hope that they have a very good story, because I won't say it's been beaten to death, but they'll have to make it interesting for people.
Well, I mean, the thing is the world is just so rich, and there's so much backstory that was hinted at.
That's true. They could do a lot to fill in that backstory and do some pre-trilogy thing. Yeah.
I mean, out of the books, it has pretty much been laid out for them. All they have to do is flesh out the details.
There we
Like, we all know the history of what happens, but, it might be interesting to, see what happened in his younger years, why he decided to, become a ranger and, hide from his destiny.
That might be cool. That might be cool. Definitely something to look out for, yeah.
Relationship with Arwen. And,
yeah, that's true, because we never know, like, we kind of saw glimpses of that, but, love story, that makes good.
I mean, there's a lot that they can do with it.
I'm going to cross my fingers, hopefully. It's
Amazon Studios, I do actually have high hopes.
Yeah. And plus, they took over The Expanse. I'll give them that.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay.
There we go.
All right. So that about wraps it up for this episode. As I said, I have a bunch of things happening this week, so I don't think there will be a live show this Sunday. Next Sunday, yes. But this Sunday, probably not, unless miracles happen and clouds clear and I grow an extra 2 set of hands. So,
or 3.
I might need 3.
Well, you have like 2 out of your neck and then 1 out of your forehead.
If you like this video, then please do subscribe for future videos. I mean, we release content now fairly regularly, thanks to our combined efforts. So there you go. And click the bell icon to get notified. You also need to select, like, please show me all the videos from this. YouTube has changed stuff again.
And remember, we'll have affiliate links below. Check out our solo 40X review.
Yeah, please thank you. Yeah. And definitely, if you have any comments on the news articles we said today, and or other things that you want us to see reviewed, or stories that we should be covering, then please let us know below.
Yeah, or on Twitter.
On Twitter, yeah. Say hi to us on Twitter, and that'd be great. Yeah. Thanks for joining us.
And take care.
All right. And I need to find my mouse. Where's my mouse? Where'd it go?
It's right there.
It's right there. All right, bye guys. See you.